Hey there, welcome back to ERP College. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about resume preparation, interview preparation, LinkedIn and Naukari profile hacks, and how one should build the LinkedIn Naukari profile. Basically, we are trying to help uh, the freshers who are hunting job in SAP world. We have provided in the following video we have provided the interview tracker, the sample resume, uh, list of companies who have hired or who are hiring the freshers in SAP. So all these details we have provided in our this video presentation with the hope that it will boost your SAP job hunt journey as a fresher. So stay tuned till the end of the video. Whatever documents we are going to show in this video, you can download all of those documents presentations through the link in the description box. So once you click on the link in the description box, it will take you to our website erpcollege.co, to the page where you can navigate to the ebooks. Basically the link will directly land you to the ebook uh, that is basically a presentation that we have presented in this video. So you can just download this presentation. It is free of cost. You can just click on buy now and update your details and just download the presentation, in which you will get the uh, we have updated here. You can see what and all you will get in this presentation. A sample resume is attached in the presentation. You can download it. A interview questionnaire you will get how you can build your LinkedIn profile and Naukari profile. It will also give you the list of companies who have hired the freshers in the past, so that it will be easier for you to apply directly over there. And then you will also get a interview tracker, which will help you track your job hunt journey. Okay, job hunt life cycle basically. And this video we, uh, that this video is basically a part of our SAP FICO class. So if you are interested in learning SAP FICO module, you can visit our SAP FICO course also, wherein we have uh, parted all the SAP FICO topics. You can go ahead and opt for the accounts payable training, accounts receivable, asset accounting, or we also have taught classic GL versus new GL accounting, sales and purchase tax, GL, or you can opt for the entire SAP FICO training, wherein you will get to learn about all the topics in a single by itself, right? You can also have a look at the course of content, and you can also download the course of content to check what and all things are there included in the course. So without any further ado, uh, let's get started with our video.
Right. So today what we will talk about the resume creation, interview preparation, and how we can like start for looking into a job to get into the SAP, right? So we will discuss about how the freshers resume should look like, uh, how we need to update our profiles in various job portals like LinkedIn, Naukri, and then how we can hunt down basically a job uh, which will be suitable for the freshers, like how we can look for the opportunities, how we can find a relevant company. And then I will also like share with you one sample resume, and which basically you can use to prepare your resume out of it. And then I will also share you the list of companies uh, which uh, which have hired or which are currently hiring the freshers in the SAP, right? And then I will also give you the interview, basically the interview questions, questionnaires, like which are the mostly asked questions in the interviews, right? So all of these details we will talk about, and I will share you the details. Of these details are attached here in this PPT itself. So first we will start with the resume creation, like how we should create our resume and all. So resume preparation, preparing resume needs a different approach in today's highly competitive world. First thing we need to understand is there are abundance of applicants who are applying for the job. So we need to make our resume stand out among all of the others, right? So uh, this is like everybody knows this, that right now for a single job there will be hundreds of applications coming in, and hundreds of people will be applying in. So we need to make sure that our at least, and the only thing that we are going to send in while applying to any job is our resume, and our resume is only going to talk for ourselves. Our based on our resume only the things will be shortlisted and we will get a call for interview and all, right? So we need to make sure that our resume stands out. It have all the necessary skill set that a company could look for in a freshers, right? And what, as per the, like according to the job role, job description, we should have our resume edited, modified, and then only we should apply it. So all those things we will look. So resume has to be in suitable format for each experience level. So basically we cannot use the same resume format or same resume for any kind of like the experience level or the position we are applying for, right? So we cannot just take a resume of 5 6 years experience guy and edit it and make it work for fresher, right? So for each level of candidates or each level of experience, there are specific resume formats that we should be using, right? So one should have minimum 2 to 3 resume handy, considering the different aspect of the job. So what we are trying to say here is that every one of us should have at least 2 to 3 resume handy based on the different aspects of our job. So in many companies, they will be looking for the candidates specific to some sub modules. Sorry. So what will happen, like in many companies, some companies might only looking for a consultant who can help them in a GL sub module. Some might be only looking for the AP module, asset accounting module, uh, or only in the controlling area, right? So we need to have the 2 3 resume prepared handy, which will be emphasizing on the each level of like each kind of skill. So let's say if tomorrow we come across an opportunity where company is looking for a fresher candidate who have a strong experience in GL accounting and in AP area maybe, right? So in that case, we should have a resume which will be talking more about the skill set of general ledger accounting, skill set of accounts payable accounting, right? And then it should have also the slight addition of the other modules like asset accounting, controlling, and all those things. So similarly, we should have a resume for which will be focusing on maybe asset accounting, controlling area. So like combination of APR, like for APR, we could have a separate resume which will be focusing or talking more points about the APR and how we are stronger in the APR. So that, and one resume should be the all-round resume where we are basically uh, entering all the skill sets that we know in all the areas, and mostly those that resume we should be forwarding or applying in the job portals with that resume. So, considering these things, we should have at least 2 to 3 different kinds of resume, which will be talking about different skill sets. And then, according to the job description, we should send out the relevant resume to the company or to the HR. Right. Now, going ahead, like these all things that we talk, it's all right. But now, actually, about preparing a resume. So there is like there are like nowadays there are n number of websites which helps to prepare resume. There are like some AI tools which will just create resume for you, and all those things are there. But out of all of those things, I found this website, a resume AI, really helpful to maybe create a resume or to give us some keywords for our resume according to the job roles and all, right? So this site is actually a site of chat gpt which can help us build a resume tailored for a specific job. So in this site, what we can do is like we can fill in the job requirement, job role description, and it will give us a relevant keywords or relevant things that we should add in our resume in order for our resume to get shortlisted for that job, right? So what does it mean? Like, what actually we can do is like, let's say if we come across any job description tomorrow, like if we visited a company's job career page, and there we will see that if they are looking for someone a fresher in the SAP FI, they would have mentioned the required skill set in the candidate, right? So all we have to do is that we have to copy that required skill set, which whatever the company is asking for, and we have to paste it in this website. And in return, this website will give us some keywords or some sentence that we should add in our resume, which will make look like we already have that skill set, or we know all of those things that company is looking for. So by doing that, what will happen when we will do this and we will add it in our resume and we will send it to any basically to anyone or to any company. uh, so the our resume will get stand out since most of the keywords that they are looking for is already in our resume. So at least this way we will make sure that we are getting calls from the company, right? So one more thing is that nowadays what will happen, since HRs will be receiving hundreds and thousands of resumes, so they will not go through each and every resume manually. Okay, there are some tools and all they will be running over the resumes, which will automatically pick up the resumes based on the keywords which we have entered in the resume, and they will show it to HR that this this resume is looks more suitable to the job profile, and others resume they will not even look at it. Okay, so most of the resumes were filtered out using various tools by the HR, and by using those tools will only look for the keywords in our resume, and if it is not in there in our resume will not even go to HR's computer, or they will not even open it, right? So and having the right keywords in our resume matters so much. So that's why we can use this website whenever needed to get the relevant keywords and add it into our resume. So we should not have a fixed resume format for long period of time, or for we should not apply the same resume to each and every job role. We have to look at each and every job opening uniquely. Okay, we just cannot go ahead and like, let's say there are 100 to 20 companies, 30 companies, and let's forward our same resume to all the companies and expect for callback from all of them, right? We will not hear from any one of them if we go like that. We have to look at each and every job opening or position uniquely. We have to analyze it, we have to see what company is looking for, we have to accordingly make changes in our resume. We have to, if even if we need to study one or two skill set just for that job role, we have to do that, right? And according to that we should prepare our resume. So for each and every company, each and every job role, we should make changes, we should be willing to make changes in our resume, and then only after that only we should forward our resume to any company or anyone, right? So now I have attached here some sample formats which are like no, suitable for the freshers. Not necessarily you have to use the same, but if you feel it's good, you can use it. The same PPT I will be uploading on the share drive. you can just double click on it and you can open it. You can open the Word format, you can open the PDF format, you can open the Word format, and you can make the changes whatever you want. You can just enter your name and all the contact details, everything. So this resume is, if you look at it, it's very simple, clean and clear to read. So if anyone opens it, it feels very easy to read. Like right here you have your name, email ID, phone number, and you are not entering any of the not necessary things like long paragraphs that I will do this, that, those all things nobody will read. And everything that we are entering is in the pointers format, so it will, and the main topic is highlighted with the bold characters. So anybody, any HR or anyone, whenever they will see our resume, it feels very easy to read. They can read the pointers, they can read the bolded subjects, and they can understand what and all skill set we have, what and all things we know, right? And the format, the way we have built it, since we are considering ourselves as a fresher in SAP and we don't have any experience in SAP, so we are talking about, first of all, we are talking about our personal interest as SAP FI consultant, and then we are saying focus area, right? And we are entering the all the topics, major topics that we have understanding or we have learned or we know in the SAP FI, right? So we are not on the starting part itself, we are not giving our educational background, we are not giving our experience background, anything, because we are entering into a FI and we are fresher in this field. So the first thing that matters is that we should enter the things that interviewer will be looking for, and then after that we should go for the experience, professional experience. If you have any, if you have any of any kind of accounting experience, anything, we can fill in this. If you don't have, we can just keep it blank. And then in the next section we should enter the academic details, like whatever graduation we have did, post graduation we have did, 10th and 12th marks and pass out year and state board, and then date of birth and language, right? And apart from this, we should also add our address line here, like what is our current address, right? So these are like very basic things and important things that anybody will be looking into our resume, and we are making sure we are giving it to them in the most easiest way possible for them, right? So we have to not make our resume complicated to read, adding too many details, too many like animated pictures or like drawings or shapes. The most, the simpler it will be, the better it will be for anybody to read and handle it, right? So you can use this format template, but as I said, like we have to keep changing it, keep adding the skills or required things that whatever will be looking, whatever will be in the mention in the job description, right? So this part was about resume preparation. You can use this sample format to prepare your own resume, and you can make some changes in it as and when required, as per the job description and all. Now once the resume preparation part is done, right, once the resume part preparation part is done, so first thing that you guys have to start doing is preparing the resume, right? That will be a very basic and first step. And since why it will be it should be a first step and basic step is that, because when we opened the resume, we saw that what and all skill set we are entering into our resume, right? What and all points we are entering into our resume, right? What and all these things we are entering here. And then once we enter it, we will know that what things we have entered in our resume, and then we should focus on studying and uh, practicing those skill set more often, right? Making our concept clear about those topics, because whatever interviewer will read from our resume, like there are 90% chances he will not ask anything beyond whatever we have entered in our resume. And if you are not even able to answer the things that we have entered here, then obviously our chances of getting selected will be very low, right? So if we are entering the chart of accounts, we should be able to talk about chart of accounts at least 3-4 minutes, anything about chart of account, right? Where we are creating, where we are assigning, what is the use, why we are creating, anything we should be able to talk about it, right? So each and every topic that we will be entering here, we need to make sure that we are absolutely clear with the concept about that topic. We know how to do it, we know why we need to do it, and where it need to be assigned and all the things, right? So this is why we should have, the first thing we should do is prepare our resume. And once we prepare it, we will have an idea that what we are entering in our resume and what we know and what we need to study, right? But once we are done with this resume preparation, the next thing we have to do is we have to update our profiles on the different job portals. So the two main job portals on which we must update our uh, profiles is, the first one is LinkedIn portal and the second one is our Naukari.com, right? These two portals where we need to uh, have our profiles created in the best way possible. All the information that we could enter in both of these portals, we should enter. All the information should be genuine and correct, right? So first thing we'll talk about how we should have our profile created in our LinkedIn portal, right? If you have a LinkedIn account, good. If you don't have, you should, first thing you should do is create a LinkedIn account and start building some connection over LinkedIn account, right? So in searching jobs, LinkedIn plays a vital role. You need to make sure you have a appealing LinkedIn profile, right? So many of the references or many of the uh, contacts of your or the LinkedIn will help you in finding job. So whenever you will approach anyone or whenever you will approach any company over LinkedIn, the first thing that anyone would be visiting is your profile. And based on how what your profile says, how it looks like, anybody will go ahead for anything, like even to responding to your application or even to responding to your message, right? So we need to make sure our LinkedIn profile is appealing. It should look good. The most important thing is that we should have a good profile picture on the LinkedIn profile. Without profile will have a very low credibility, like people will not trust it. So the first thing is that we should have a profile picture, no matter how it will be, how it is looking, whether it is good or not, but we should have a profile picture. And then there are some tools again, some AI tools are there which can help you modify your existing pictures into a good looking profile pictures, LinkedIn profile pictures. I have mentioned here, you can just visit them and try to explore them. You just have to upload your couple of 4 5 photos into it, and it will, on the other side, it will mix up all the photos and it will create some good pictures of you and give it back to you, right? So you can use those pictures, or if you find it good, or if you already have a good profile picture, you can use it to your LinkedIn profile picture, right? So once you upload the profile picture, the next thing is like is the heading of your LinkedIn profile, right? So the heading should talk about our experience or our skill set, what we are. The heading will appear right below. The first thing will appear is our profile picture. Our below our profile picture, we will have our name, and right after our name, we will have the headline, right? And in the headline, after reading the headline, the next person should have the idea what you are and what you are looking for, or what is your expertise, what is your skill set, what is your experience, right? So it will have some character limit. So in the minimum possible character, you have to make sure you are updating or updating a appealing headline, which will basically explain everything about you in the short shortest way possible, right? So for the freshers, we can put a headline. This is just a sample headline. You can curate it, or you can do more research on creating perfect headline for you. But you can have something like trained SAP FI consultant with experience in accounting and taxation. If you have, if you don't have experience anything, you can remove the experience line, and you can talk about more about what experience, what skills you already have in the SAP FI. If you have the skills in the handling the Microsoft Office like Words, PowerPoint, Excel, that things also you can add a shortly, like experience with the Microsoft Office, right? Or even you can talk about the what what specialty you have in the SAP FI itself, like you're strong in the GL area, AP area, AR area. Likewise, you can modify, or you can build your headline, which will appear right below your name, and of the people will leave your profile reading the headline. So even after reading the headline, they should have the clear understanding of, like, they should know everything about you, right? Then your current location or current city will also be, LinkedIn will also ask for that. You can update that according to the location where you are ready to shift, right? If you are in some remote location where the IT industries are not that many, then you can update your current location as your nearby IT hub, right? If Bangalore is nearby you, you can update as Bangalore. If Hyderabad is nearby you, you can update that. If Pune is nearby you, if Mumbai is nearby you, you can mention your current location as that location, right? It will make sure that uh, whoever is looking at your profile, they will understand that you already live in this kind of city, and you don't have to worry about relocation and all. So that is kind of a tricky thing that we can do. Then the next thing that once we update our headline, profile picture, and it in the LinkedIn, we have to update. There is a, like, you can write about yourself in a brief paragraph, which will be called as about section in your profile itself. So as the whoever visiting your profile, if they scroll into your profile, they will see a about section. In the about section, you have to now make sure you enter all the details about yourself, that we need to make sure we enter all the details about ourselves, from the starting from our educational background to our professional career background, or even our hobbies and all that we want to mention, right? So this about section is something where we can talk about ourselves briefly. So we need to make sure, we need to be active about this, updating these fields and these details. It might not matter that much at this level, but as and when we will grow in our career, these things will start mattering more. The more experience you will get, the more interviewers will look into your profile, the more what you write about yourself will start mattering more. So from the starting level itself, you should be a little bit active about this part, updating this part, or making it look like attractive. So you can follow this one method about updating the about part in the LinkedIn, is that in the first paragraph you can talk about your currently what you are doing, or currently what you are. Okay. So the first line, when we are writing in the about section, we can tell the people that what right now, what is our current position, or right now what we are doing, or what is our current uh, best achievement, right? What is our current achievement, or in the past, or in the recent past, right? So one can write as like, I am a SAP consultant and project coordinator who strives to solve business problems and make them run 1% better than yesterday. So this is just a sample line, which is just basically talking about what the person is currently doing right now, right? And then once we write this first line, immediately we have to take them back into our educational background, right? Then we have to immediately make a shift into our past, saying that although that I am doing right now this and these things, although I have a bachelor degree in commerce, I have been actively working to manage people, finances, and taxes. So here they are saying, even if now I am doing like this thing, I have a bachelor degree in commerce and I have been working in some accounting area or in some taxation area, right? And then if you have any professional experience or career in any other area, you can talk about them, right? Like what you are used to do in your earlier job and what and all things you did and what made you, then you can like talk about what made you serious about SAP or what made you to start your career in SAP, right? And then lastly you can just make an statement where you're saying that I'm super excited to take the ERP to next level with SAP and make career in the SAP, right? So basically the about section will talk this way. It will be little bit interesting to read, where it will feel like reading like a story or something, that we are saying, first of all we are saying them what we are currently doing, and then immediately we are taking them into a history or in the past, and we are talking what we did in the past, which landed us in this position, right? So it will like make a little bit interesting, and we will also be giving them brief intro about ourselves, what we did in the past, what how was our educational background, right? If you have a really good educational background where we scored good numbers, we can also mention. No need to mention numbers, but we can say that I had a really fulfilling or rewarding educational background in even in like maybe in the school or in the college, like that we can state, right? So once these things are updated in the LinkedIn, it is we can also update about our past work experience if we have any. If we don't have any, we can just keep it blank. But we need to make sure we have a good LinkedIn profile. By using these things or updating these things, we can make sure we have a good LinkedIn profile. So once the LinkedIn profile is built, we should start making connection in the area where we want to pursue our career, right? We should start connecting with the people who are already working in that area, who are already working in the companies where we want to apply, and we can basically start making connection. We can basically start making uh, contacts over the LinkedIn. We can start approaching the HRs, and we just basically don't have to immediately go and uh, connect and ask for a job, right? We can just simply connect with the people to know about their job, their work, how the company is, how the work life balance is. We can just have a casual connects with the people, right? So building a network is most important thing, because most 90%, even not as a fresher, but even when you will do career in any area, it, most of the job switches or most of the companies you will get recruited for is out of your networks. um, there are like very few times, or it there will be a very few chances you will get a new company or you will get hired somewhere because you applied on the some Naukari.com or through their uh, website pages or all, right? So most of the things will happen through the networks. So we need to make sure we build a good connection, good network of people who are already working where we want to work, and then it will automatically work out for you once you have a good network or good connection. So that was about uh, the LinkedIn profile. Now the next important profile will be our Naukri.com profile. And why it is important? So even though if you apply through a Naukri.com to any job, there are like very less chances you will get a call back from them, because there will be hundreds of people doing the same thing. But the thing is that as soon as you will update your profile on Naukri.com, the Naukri.com will be selling those data to various consulting firms or to various companies who are looking for the candidates, right? So as soon as you will apply here, you need to make sure you provide all the details very carefully. You should talk about your skill set, uh, yeah, the best way possible. You should talk about your like experience, your personal, even your personal details like mobile number, email ID should be genuine. You should not like hesitate giving those kind of details. Your address should be genuine. So as soon as you will update your Naukri profile, you will eventually you will start getting calls from various people's various consulting firms. And even if some of the calls or some of the things will not be that genuine, some might just be asking for money, just be frauds, but still it will get your profile somewhere. Your profile will start moving, start shuffling from one place to another, right? So we need to make the good profile on the Naukri.com. So profile on Naukri or any other job portal should be updated with all basic information like your contact number, email address, current location, and notice period, like when you can start your work actually, right? So all these things in all the platforms on all the job portals should be updated correctly. And uh, it should be you should keep updating those things as and when you think about even switching the job. Even let's say if you landed somewhere, you are working somewhere, and if you want to switch, you can just go back to the portals and update your things, and things will start happening automatically. So it should have an updated resume on your profile. Resume headline should speak. So this now we are talking about Naukri portal. So in Naukri portal, first of all, they will ask you about all your basic information. You have to fill that up. Then they will ask you about your resume. You have to update the resume, that is like your latest resume. And then you have to update the headline. Okay, in Naukri also you will have one headline, but just this headline will not have a will have a big length of characters that you can put in. So unlike LinkedIn, you can speak more about yourself in in the Naukri headline. So you should write about your achievements in education or in any kind of certification or training you took in any kind of skill sets, and what and all skills you acquired and what and all experiences you have. So all those things you can put in the headline of this Naukri. Mention brief employment summary. So then once you enter your headline, Naukri.com will basically ask you for your past experience employment summary. If you have any, you can just put the company names that you have worked in, and how many years of experience you had in it, and you can just briefly talk about what and all works you did in each of those companies. And then at last it will ask you about all your education details, like how was your like 10th standard, 12th standard, or your degree, your post degree, all the things you can enter or in your education details. And even the IT skill set, like right now we are doing the SAP FI training, right? So you can add that in your education sector, that I'm a SAP Finance trained associate consultant, right? So likewise, all the anything else, any other certifications that you have did, you can update about it. Attach a link to your LinkedIn profile, right? And then at the very last, it will ask you about the about your social media link. So the best thing, I think the only link that we should give over there is our LinkedIn profile, because LinkedIn is again a job portal. So we can update our LinkedIn profile link over there, so that if anybody wants to visit our LinkedIn profile, they can just click on LinkedIn and it will redirect them to our LinkedIn profile. So that link also we should make sure to update in the Naukari.com. Okay. So now once we update, these two are like the major platforms that are like mostly used by even by the recruiter who is hiring, and even most of the peoples are also available there only. It's kind of a thing that even if you want people, you have to visit to those two job portals, and even if you want to get hired, you have to visit these two portals. So this, once you update your profile in these two portals, so right now we are just talking about updating our profile. We are not talking about applying anywhere or anything. So once we update our profile in both the portals, the next thing that we have to do is that we have to update our profile on all of the below job portals. Okay. So here I have listed around 15 different job portals which are used, or which are used for, like, these are like top 15 job portals which in India, currently in India, which is used by the most of the recruiters to get the people hired. So why we need to do this? We need to, like, we don't have to actively go and check each and every portal every day or every frequently, but we need to make sure we update the latest information on all of these 15 portals. So again, this why we are doing this the same, with the same logic, that once we do this, we will start receiving lot of calls. Okay, because even if we just update our profile and we don't apply even a single job in that portal, let's say there is a portal called Hirect, right? In this Hirect portal, if you just go ahead and update your profile with all the your skill set and experiences and everything, so this Hirect is going to sell your data to the different recruiters, whoever is asking, right? Because to Hirect, companies will go and say, this is my requirement, I need a candidate with this skill set and this area. Then Hirect will say that I already have the profile of people's who like a 10-50 profile people's profile who matches your requirement, so I can just give you those data of those many peoples for xyz amount, right? So this is how it gets done. And so this is how you should start receiving calls from the different agencies, consulting firms, or even the directly from the HR from the companies, because they will be basically getting your data from these different portals. So for that reason, we need to at least make sure we are updating our our profile into all of these portals, right? LinkedIn and Naukri is fine to even search for job and apply for job. There are even other things like Shine is also good. Google Jobs is also good. But you should make sure to at least update our profile in all of these portals, and then we can just leave most of these portals by just updating our profile. We don't have to visit them again and again, because many of them will not have that much opportunities or openings or job postings updated that frequently. But we can at least have our profile updated in all of these portals. So that is the one of the must thing we have to do once we prepare our resume and once we update our LinkedIn and Naukri profile. The next thing that we have to do is update our profile in all of these 15 different job portals, right? So once we do this, the next thing, um, so this is something which we will talk. So once we do update our all of our profile, so this is something that, like, how you can get the name of companies who are actually into ASAP, or not as a SAP, but who are providing the SAP services to uh, different companies who are helping businesses in implementing SAP and all. So basically, you can visit. So you can search all the official SAP partnered companies and check for the opportunities. You can basically visit this site. This site link is here. You can just paste it in the Google, and once you paste it in the Google, you have to select for the ERP, finance, and SME related industry. And once you do that, you have to filter the location for India, right? You will get this screenshot. You will get the screen like this screenshot, where you just have to, on the location, you just have to select India. And we can see there are like 148 companies who have partnered with SAP for implementing SAP software into the India, right? So these 148 companies are uh, s- uh, just IT companies, service providing companies who are implementing the SAP solution or SAP software to the different companies and all, right? So these are official partners, and there will be a lot of non-official SAP partners as well in the market, who is not officially partnered with SAP to implement anything, but those will still do the consulting work and help the businesses in the support area, or in even in the small enhancement or implementation things, right? So these are something. So you can just have a look, get a list of companies who will be hiring the SAP consultants first of all, because they have partnered with SAP, and they are implementing the SAP solution, means they will be hiring the SAP consultants. And you will just basically have the list of 148 companies to look for and uh, do more research in it, right? So this is something that is actually really helpful to get the list of companies, and to know what is the scope and where and all we can get the opportunity from, right? Now once we do all of this, we have the resume, we have updated our profile all over the portals, everywhere is the everything. All 15 portals is updated with our latest information and profile and resume. And we also have a list of this almost 150 companies who is like officially SAP partner, and there will be a couple of 10 50 companies of which are like unofficially doing the SAP services, right? Now once we have all of this, we need to talk about how we should actually go for the applying the job, right? How we should look at this scenario, or how we should apply for the job. So this is where it matters the most. Like, the applying the job is the most critical and the most crucial part of this entire job finding and hiring process, because where we are applying and what we are doing, it will depend on that that only that thing will determine whether we will get a call back or whether our interview will get scheduled or not, right? So how we are applying plays a crucial role. So the first thing we need to understand that we should never apply for any of the job on Naukri or on LinkedIn or on any company website or on any other job portal. Okay. So even if you tomorrow went into Naukri, you created a job profile. As soon as you will create it, you will start seeing many of the job openings, or many companies you will start seeing over there, which will be asking for whether for it with experience, without experience, right? But we never have to apply in for any of the job over there, right? Even if we are seeing that there is a XYZ company uh, who have posted a job requirement or hiring requirement for the exact requirement that for the exact skill set that I already have, still we should not go and apply over there, right? So why we should not apply? Because through these portals those companies receives hundreds and thousands of resume, and they don't even open those resume. Okay, they just run some kind of AI tool over it which will look for some keywords, and some of the best resumes it will pick and give it to HR. And in that process, most of the resumes, most of the times our resume will not even get opened by any HR or by any company. So we should avoid doing that. We should never apply over there. Instead, what we should do is that, so if you apply this way, you will never get any call back for any of the application. Instead, what you can do is that you can apply through referral. I think I got disconnected. Okay. Hide it. So how we should go for applying a job is, instead of applying on any of the portal or any of the company's website, we should approach, uh, instead the only way to approach a job is through a referral or through a HR of the company, right? So in, like in many companies, or in most of the cases, for any opening that we see in the company, there will be a side by side referral program will be going on that thing, right? If you work on any of the company, if you see any like, let's say if you are right now working in XYZ company, in XYZ team, and in your team, if they need to hire some guy, they will first ask you guys that we need a person with this skill set, with this number of experience. uh, if you have any referral, to share with the company. Like that, it will be asking to the employees of the company. And what will happen if a team member of that team, which need an additional person, refer some XYZ candidate, then for the HR and even for the manager, it becomes mandatory to at least have an interview with that candidate, right? If someone refers you, they have to make sure you get interviewed for that role. And if in the interview they are not satisfied, they can go ahead with the other candidates. But if someone is referring you, the thing which will be sure is that you will have an interview, and in the interview you will have a chance to represent yourself, right? So that's why this referral thing is much more powerful than than applying through any of the portals or anything. And even if someone is not aware about the job openings or not ready to refer, what we should do is that we should approach the HR of that company, right? Now getting the HR profile through the LinkedIn is very easy. In whatever company you are seeing the opening, all you have to do is that search that company on the LinkedIn, and then you have to go into the people section of that company's page, and you will get the list of all the peoples who are working in that company. And then you can filter out all the people by their job descriptions, like talent acquisition or the HR. So those people you can filter out, and you can connect with them, you can talk them about this opening, this open position, and then you can share your resume with the HR through the LinkedIn messaging, right? And then they will call you for an interview, or they will let you know what and all. This way you will make sure that your resume reach to HR goes through it, and then HR makes a decision, right? This way you will have more chances of getting a call back or getting called for the interview from a company, right? So so we should, for any job position or for any opening, we should approach this way only, is through the referral or through reaching out to the relevant peoples, and asking them to uh, refer you, or at least look at your profile if it is HR, and ask them to schedule a call or schedule an interview to talk about it, right? And once we do this, Now, if anybody had posted a referral post, approach the person, right? So the thing that we should follow or we can do is that, let's say if you see some XYZ company or some ABC company have any opening in their company, you can just search that company about referral post in the LinkedIn search box, right? In the LinkedIn search box, you can just go and enter the company name and enter the referral, and you can search if any of the employee have earlier posted a post saying that we have a referral opening or something in that company. If you find such post, you can directly reach out to that person and ask him that I found myself suitable, can you refer me? And they will refer you, right? Or if there are no any referral post or nothing is there, then you can simply reach out to the HR of that company, and then you can ask to the HR to review your profile for the position that is right now open, right? So this is how we should go for any of the job. Okay, we don't have to, we should never, or we should not apply to any of the job openings directly through the job portals or through the LinkedIn portal or any, or even by visiting the company's website, right? Every company will have their career page, and in their career page they will have they will ask you, they will give the list of openings, and if you find something you can apply directly in their company website also, right? But even through that way also, there are no chance that your profile or that your resume reach to the HR and they will actually look into it. So no matter what, where you are seeing the opening, you have to come back to LinkedIn, find the relevant connection, ask for referral or talk to HR and ask and forward your resume to them without applying on any of the portal anywhere, right? So this is how we should go for applying a job, right? Once we do all of this, we are talking about applying to all of updating our profile in all of these 15 portals. So when we are updating, we can side by side also look for, once we update our profile, that portal will start showing the relevant job openings to us. We can search for the openings, and if we see anywhere, we can just note it down, and later we can just go over LinkedIn and give a search for the people or connections in that company, and then we can just reach out to them, right? Or even if we have the list of these companies, we can just simply look into their career pages or look into the company's LinkedIn page, if company is posting any of the any of the openings in there. If they are asking, then we can reach out to the people in those companies, but we should not apply anywhere directly, right? So once you apply, and if your resume get rejected for any reason or something, in most of the companies there will be a policy like, once the resume is rejected, we will not be apply again till the next 6 months, right? So if we just blindly go and keep applying on any portal and anywhere, most of the cases we will be blocking our profile in many companies, right? So instead of that, the best approach is to connect with the various people in the industry, and then talk them about the referral or reviewing your profile, your resume for the profile, for the job profile and all, right? So you can also use some kind of template message or something to reach out, because let's say if you find a opening in a XYZ company, uh, it will not happen that in that company you see who and all working for that in that same kind of role or in that same kind of team. Yeah, it will not happen that one you reach out to one person and that same person replies you, right? You have to reach out to 5, 6, 10 people, and then out of those 10, one or two people will respond to that. You have to reach out to 4, 5, 6 HRs in that company, and then somebody will reply to you, right? So you can use some kind of template or some kind of predefined messages which you can just copy and paste and ask for opening or referral, right? So you can You can use this sample sample referral text, like which whenever we are approaching them, we should talk about like the open position that we saw, right? So we can say we should say that we can start with like, I am highly interested in starting career in SAP as associate consultant. I have 2 years of experience in accounting and I'm trained in SAP GL, APAR, right? And kindly consider referring me to the XYZ application or role that you saw in their website or anywhere you see. You can just mention about it, and then you can attach your resume along with it for them to review it, right? Like whether they found it suitable or not suitable, right? So you can use this kind of referral text. You can use the same text or you can modify it. You can create your own to use to reach out to the people, right? So uh, this so we talked about like creating a resume. We talked about updating our profile into LinkedIn, Naukari, and then updating it on some different portals. We talked about how we can get the list of companies who are working with SAP, and then we talked about how we should apply for a job anywhere we see it, how we should apply for the job, right? So you know about like finding open position, what we can do is like we can search or Google, like we have the list of companies now, right? So s- we can use the LinkedIn search option to search various things. Okay, we can type anything in the LinkedIn search box and it will give you the result of all the posts that are posted with those text, right? You can visit the pages. Each and every company will have a LinkedIn page. You can visit their LinkedIn page and check if whether in the past or in the recent past anytime they have posted any open position in their company about any role or anything, right? And then you can just reach out to their HRs and you can just ask them whether there are any openings now, or whether will there be anything in the near future, or if there is anything. You can just ask them where you will be updating your about your openings, if you have to find for any candidates, right? So each company will be using different methods. Some companies will just update it on their job portals. Some companies will just update it on their career page. Some will just post a LinkedIn post, right? So each company's HR will have a different approach, right? So you can ask them what approach you use, where do you update your job openings, so that next time you can just write it down that this company updates about its job in this portal. So you can have a check on that portal about that company and all, right? So each of the company or each of the openings we have to take very uniquely, very separately. We cannot just take all the companies and go with the same approach. Take all the jobs and go with the same approach. Whatever opening is there, whatever job you are seeing right now, right? You have to analyze that job description, what they are looking for, what company it is, and what is the background of company. Everything you have to analyze. You have to make changes in your resume. You have to make contact to write HRs in that company. You have to talk to them. You have to ask them about the opening, how, and you have to convince them how you are suitable for the role and why you want that role, why you want to work in their company, right? So each job openings or each company you have to look it at it uniquely, and you have to approach that job position in a different ways, in a unique ways, right? Only after that we will be seeing some positive results right? If we just go ahead and just you forward the same resume to the 10 people, to the 10 application, to 10 email IDs, different email IDs, that will not get us anywhere, right? Each position is like, in each company there are like, we need to understand that in a company will not hire 10, 50 or 100 consultant at a time. They will be looking for one, two, three people. Each company will be looking at a time for one, two people, or even a single position like that. So we also have to think in that perspective. If they are looking for a single candidate, then we should also focus and give our energy, time, effort into that company, talking to their people and making sure they our profile get validated or selected for at least for the interviews and all, right? Then there is like a little LinkedIn hack that you can do. So if you go on to a LinkedIn profile, you can simply visit any of the company's profile. So let's say there is a like Google is a one company, right? So what you can do, you can go into a LinkedIn, you can type Google in the search box, and then Google page will appear. You can go into the Google page, and in the Google page you will see a about section. Okay, there will be a one tab called about. When you will click on that about tab, it will give you the information about the company, like what company do, where it is located and all the things. And in that about page, if you scroll down, you will see one option called uh, there will be a one line which will be saying, uh, I am interested in working with Google in future, and you have to click on opt me in. Okay, there will be a one button to opt you in. You have to click on that button, and as soon as you will click, what will happen? LinkedIn will send your profile to a Google saying that this resume, this candidate or this profile is interested to work with you in future. So with this way, what will happen now? The Google or the any company that you are doing this for, they will have some backend automation running on these kind of things, which will analyze your profile, which will understand what skill set you have, and then your data record will get stored in their database. So whenever in future they have any kind of opening which is basically matching with your database record, which with your skill set, they will reach out to you. They will either make a contact to you through LinkedIn, they will make contact to you uh, through email ID, through your email ID that you have updated in the LinkedIn, right? So this thing that you can just simply do, like any company which you find that potentially you can land there, they hires freshers. uh, you can just search their page, go into their about section, and you can just say that I am interested in working with this company in future. So this way, LinkedIn will send out your profile to the company, and then they will have your profile in their database. Right. So this some kind of small thing that you can just simply do. This will also get you some calls or some emails from some different companies, right? So this one thing you can just do. And then now there we are talking about like different companies, different things. So it also becomes necessary that you track everything that you are doing, right? So there will be a point where you will be just randomly applying for the jobs, or reaching out to the n number of people, to the n number of companies, and you will just lose the track, right? Like where and all I have applied, and where is my profile with this company, what is happening over there, what is happening over here. And you will even forgot to follow up with someone, right? Someone might say like, remind me on the next Monday and I will look into your profile, or I will do this, I will do that. And you will not even remember to follow up with that guy to ask him to do that thing, or right? So for that reason, we need to make sure we have some kind of tracker or something which will be tracking all of our activities that we are doing in all of the companies, right? To what and all companies we are reaching out, and to what person we are reaching out, and who is responding to us, and to whom we should follow up, or is our interview schedule with some companies, right? So all these things we have to make sure we track somewhere, right? So you're going to apply to a lot of companies, and you will surely lose track of all the applications and what is the current status of it. You would also not want to apply over same position in same company multiple times, since there will be so many names, so many companies, so many positions we will be applying. So sometimes what will happen, for the same position you will see it after a couple of weeks or after a couple of days, and you will be like, oh, this is new, and you will go or again for the applying the same and all, and you will just simply waste your time, right? So for that reason also, we should mm, have a track of all the things where, and all the positions where we are applying, right? So I have prepared a list of companies. Basically, I noticed these companies mostly hires the freshers in the SAP area, and this is just a sample list that you can use. You can just double click on it, and it will open from the same PPT. So this Excel sheet you can use as your tracker also. Uh, so basically these are the list of companies which have previously hired the fresher peoples, which I have also mentioned the locations, and so this is just a sample list from my side to you, which you can update or edit as per your convenience. If you find some other companies that actually you found interested and could potentially be hiring the freshers, or have in the past have hired fresher, and whenever there will be opening they might look for someone in the SAVFI, you can add those companies in this list, their locations, and whoever whatever email ID, HR emails, or there will be a dedicated company email like this career solutions, those emails where you should send emails or your resumes or follow up with them. You could write those resumes. You could write the mobile numbers who reach out to you, or to whom you can reach out in that company, right? Then you can just paste the link of their career page here. So what will happen, most of the companies whenever there are opening, they update in their career page, right? So what you can do, you can just copy the link of their career page and paste it here. So next time whenever you have to check in there, you don't have to Google and search or and go find the career page or anything. You just simply have to press click here, and it will directly take you to their career page, and then you can just put a filter or look is there any new addition in their career page for the new opening or anything, right? Then reference person, you can write down the contact of reference person with whom you might be talking on LinkedIn or anywhere where you find that that person is working in that company. Then you can just try to make a connect or contact with that person, and you can write the name of that person here. So next time when you see this sheet, you might like feel that I should reach out to this person again, or you might feel like I found that on their career page they have updated new opening. So you can just simply reach out to this person over LinkedIn. Since you write it down here, you will remember like who to whom you are talking, and who in which company they belongs to, and what you should, whenever you have to take follow up, whom you should reach out, right? So you should write down the names of reference people or reference persons in working in that company. Then you should also write down where and all you have sent your job application, right? If you have sent your job application in this company, you can just simply say, yes, I have sent my job application in this company. So if you have sent a job application or anything, you can just write down here, so you will have an idea that in this company you have already applied, in this company you have already applied, and your application is with them. And then you should also, this column is also very important, that follow up call date or follow up date basically, right? So what will happen when you will reach out to a and different peoples and different HRs from different companies, they will start giving you the future dates. Like obviously everybody will be busy in their work, so they cannot immediately help you out. But they will say you that when they will be free, right? They might say you like reach out to me over the weekend, or text me or ping me on the next Monday. So whenever I will log in the Monday, I will do it. I will refer you, or I will check out your resume, right? Or they will share their email ID and they will say send your resume to my email ID. So in all these cases, what you can do is you can put their follow-up dates here, right? So if you are sharing your resume to someone, you can simply like put a follow-up date after 2 3 days. If you are sharing your resume to someone today, you can say like after 2 3 days I should follow up with him, that whether he checked my resume, whether he forwarded my resume, or whether he what is it- what whether he forwarded, whether he uploaded it, or whether he referred to you or not, right? So you have to put a follow-up date, and on that date you have to visit, you have to keep checking your tracker, that to with whom and all you have to follow up today, right? So every day you can have a look at your tracker and you can like just check out that these 2 3 peoples are there, I should follow up with them today. If someone is asking you follow up with me tomorrow or day after tomorrow or the weekend, so daily you have to keep open your tracker and check with whom and all you have to follow up, and you just have to simply put a gentle message to them as a follow up, that what happens with your request or with your thing, right? So this way what will happen, yeah, they will also feel that you are serious about something, you are and they will also take it seriously and try to do something for you, try to refer you genuinely, or try to check your resume profile, anything, right? So the follow up is a very important thing, that mostly most of the opportunities lost because of that, because we lose a track and we forget to follow up with the people, and because of that the next person will also not take seriously, and then we basically don't not get what we want. So follow up is very important, so we should make sure that we are following with each and everyone, each and everything that we are going. And then if we are getting any calls or interview schedule, then we can just simply put the dates of schedule, and what and all happening. We can just mention a comment column maybe if you want, that if we had some kind of experience with the XYZ company, we can just write it down in the comment, so that next time whenever we are applying for the in the same company, we can read the comment and we can go in a different way, or we can try different approach with that company, or something we can do, right? So this tracker is also attached here in our PPT, that you can use to apply for the jobs, or to track the companies, track your application, track the follow-up dates. Then there are some couple of LinkedIn handles, LinkedIn profiles I have attached here. You can connect with these people, you can follow these people. These people will be updating about the uh, job openings in various companies, referral posts. They will reshare the referral post, right? In LinkedIn, you will see most of the times referral post. So to those referral posts, you should obviously connect with those people and send them your resume and ask them to refer you into the opening that they are sharing. So these people will basically be sharing more about the openings in the SAP area for the freshers. So you can follow these people on the LinkedIn, and these are just some of the people which came into my observations. But there are like many more people who actually post about the openings or anything. There are many more groups, channels, you can join them, right? And then I have attached the interview questions here in this Word document. So like more, I have updated all the questions which could be asked or which most oftenly asked as a fresher to a fresher candidate. You can just practice on those questions. You can just go through those questions. If you feel that you should add some other questions into that list, you can add into the same list. uh, and you can just basically primarily focus on these questions that I have updated here. You can just study them, you can just understand the concept of that question and try to answer it in your own language. So I have updated questions as well as answers of these questions. You can just curate the answers in your own way, and you can practice on those questions, which will be like most likely be asked in the interview as a fresher into a SAP finance, right? So this isn't all things that I wanted to share with you guys about applying for a job, or about uh, looking forward uh, to going and hunting for the job, right? So at the end, the thing that is matter that which matters is that uh, our resume get shortlisted, that our resume reach out to the HRs, and then the interview should get scheduled, right? And in order to make that happen, we cannot uh, just simply use the traditional approach that everybody is using, right? We have to make ourselves stand out. We have to approach it differently. Then only our resume, or we as a individual get noticed by the people, right? Because if everybody is doing the same thing, is going through the different portals and just simply clicking on apply button, and it will basically share your resume to the company's HR. So but everybody is doing that, like hundreds of people will be doing that, and if we also do that, there is no guarantee that among those 100 our resume will get reflected anywhere, right? So as a different approach, we have to go through the referral is something that if somebody is referring you, it becomes mandatory for the HR to at least look into your resume and have a call with you, have a discussion with you, or at least schedule an interview, right? So referral is a very strong thing that if you see anywhere opening, you should basically first of all go for the referral opening. If someone is referring, well and good. If nobody is there, then you can reach out to the HR and you can ask them to review your resume and check out for the job openings and all, right? Then the next thing is that to each company we should see very seriously and very uniquely, right? This list I have just uh, like gave you that how you can get this list of 148 companies. But apart from these companies also, there are many companies who will basically be hiring the freshers. And to each company, so basically whatever company you will look into, there is no guarantee that they will have a opening right now whenever you are searching. But there is but in any company, the hiring and people quitting the job, it's a continuous process. So no matter what company is, even if the right now there is no hiring in that company, but there will be within a month itself, or within a couple of months itself, there will be a opening in that company, or in each and every company basically, right? And if the company looks for freshers, if in the past that company have hired the freshers, then we should look at that company very seriously. We should uh, have the right connects in that company. We should know where the company will go and check whenever they will need a new guy in their team. So to whom and all, what is their hiring process? We should try to understand that by connecting with the HRs, different people in that company, right? So we need to so if the company is going and reaching out to Naukari.com or to anything, we need to make sure to check those portal for that, for the opening in that company, right? And this way, uh, and only this way we could make something happen. Otherwise, like if you follow the traditional approach, it is like very hard because it is very crowded, and like a lot of people will be doing the same thing, and it will not make sense that we will also do the same thing, right? If you are really interested in some company, you will have, when you look into their profile and when you look into their post, you will get an idea, you will have an instinct that this company could hire me, this company have hired the freshers, and this company, uh, there are peoples in this company who, who joined as freshers, and they frequently hire the freshers in their pack. So you can basically talk with the HRs of those company, and what you can do is you can reach out to the company physically also. You can visit the company's office, you can visit the HRs in person if it is somewhere nearby. You can go over there, you can talk with the HR, you can basically ask them about the openings, how frequent it will happen, and uh, so sometimes what will happen, even over the LinkedIn or over anything, if you ask some companies, in the service based companies, they most likely will say right now I don't see any openings. But if you physically visit and talk with them and make them feel that you are really good candidate, they will immediately be ready to take your interview, or go ahead with your resume or with your profile, right? Because in service based company, they will always look for some one or two extra candidates, okay, even if they are like right now full at their capacity and right now they have all the peoples hired, still they will not mind to hiring some couple of people extra in their team, right? Because they are service based company and they have to be ready for the work fluctuation, right? They have to be ready. Sometimes there will be extra work, sometimes there will be less work, so they have to be well equipped with the people. So they will not mind if they are getting good candidate, knowledgeable candidate. They will not mind to take interview and go ahead with your resume, even if there is no opening and no position open anywhere on their any portal, right? So this has like I personally have experience where with this kind of experiences where the company is not currently hiring, but if we physically reach out and talk to them, they will go ahead with our resume or with our profile, right? So sometimes like even I have recommended people, and I know the people who have done the same thing, that they have reached out to some company and some companies, and basically they talk with HR, and HR said that right now there is no hiring or nothing was there. Then what you have to do, like what you can do as a trick is that you can look for the managers or directors of that company over the LinkedIn. You can immediately get, like, if there is a finance team in that company, SAP, in SAP Finance, who is leading that SAP Finance, who is managing that SAP, who is the manager or who is the director of their SAP team, right? And then you can say HR, like, I actually have a reference from this XYZ person who is supposed to be a director in your company. So when you will use the name of people who are like actually on the high position in the company, then HR cannot like reject you immediately, right? Then they will immediately start looking into your resume, looking into your profile, and they will immediately like reach out to some of the team people, and they can show your resume to them, and they can ask, like, he came with the some people's reference, and uh, should we go ahead, and then the interview will also happen, right? So this is just I'm saying out of personal experience that people have done this. I personally have asked some people to go and say this name and say that name, and then HR like become immediately active and look into resume and all. So we need to open to all of these scenarios, like, right? So we need to use this kind of different tricks to get the interview schedule, get the job schedule, get the discussion start. So and this way it will become faster to land any job. right? We need to be proactively do some every day. We need to proactively reach out to the people, do the activities that will get our resume circulated in the companies, right? And if you are like totally fresh or never attended an interview, then the first thing that you need to understand is that your first couple of interviews will go terribly wrong. You will not be no matter how hard you practice for the interview, you no matter how hard you study the system, how clear your concepts are, you will have some kind of pressure in your some first interview. You will the answers that you know that is your strongest point, still you will not be able to speak, still you will not be able to uh, answer properly, but that is like perfectly fine. If you give 2 3 interviews, or even with the one interview itself, you will get into the flow, you will understand what kind of pressure you have to uh, deal with and all. And then in the second interview, from the second and third interview, you will get into the flow. So it's very common to uh, have the first interview go very badly. So but nothing, we don't have to fear bad about it. Even if we are like switching between our careers, we are working in some other field, other area, and now we are looking for something else. In that cases also, we might feel some kind of pressure, since we are like switching the entire industry. Each industry have their own standards and practices, the way they conduct the interview, the way they talk and all. So in that cases also, we might feel some kind of pressure, something, but in that will be only valid to till 1 or 2 interviews. After that, the fear will go away, and we can give. So we need to be just ready to have a couple of bad interviews. First couple of interviews go wrong, but still we. And then the next thing is that in the interview, we need to make sure that we talk about the area at least for a half hour, right? So any interview you take for a fresher will go between 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And in that 30 minutes, if you just keep talking uh, and just keep talking for that 30 minutes, and just mm, pass the time of that 30 minute, the interviewer will have no other choice but to recommend you for the next round, or get you selected in the company, right? So it doesn't matter even if he ask you 5 questions. Out of those, like 2 questions you said I don't know, and for 3 questions you just talked really good. Whatever you know, whatever you understand, you talk about it. What and all things you did, you tried in the SAP while training and while practicing, you can just talk about them with some excitement and all. And they will have idea that you have you have that energy, you feel excited to work in the SAP, you feel excited to work here, so to make career in the SAP. So that kind of impression will be enough to make them think that you will be better fit, even if you don't know the questions, even if you don't understand, don't answer the half of the questions. They should have the feeling that you are willing to learn, you are learning, and you could get better by the time, right? Because they also understand you are fresher, you are like freshly trained, and you have no experience, so you are in the learning phase also. So the most important thing that they will be looking for is how eager you are to learn, and how much you enjoy whatever you have learned so far, and you are open to explore the SAP, open to learn all the other things of SAP that you don't know. So if they get that kind of feeling out of you, they will be ready to offer you a position, right? Because whatever we have learned in this duration so far is like not even a 10% or 20% of the SAP FI module itself. There are like n number of things in each things that you could go so deeply. And even the 5 6 years of experience person is uh, if even if you ask them, do you how much do you know about SAP, they will be not sure that they know everything, right? So it's lifelong learning. So even if you don't understand, don't answer a couple of questions in the interview, you don't have to feel any by any way demotivated, because even by the interviewer who are taking it, they also knows that SAP is a big, and it's not possible that everybody knows everything. But whatever you knows, you will be mentioning in that in the resume, and at least those things you should be able to talk. No matter what you are talking, you should be able to talk. So if those things goes well, you are good with the interview, right? So the first thing is that right after this, you have to practice your mock interviews. Right, we will arrange couple of mock interviews for you once you are ready. We will take some sample interviews of you, so that the we are saying that the first interview pressure we might like, we try to reduce it down by taking a mock interview. And uh, the thing is that you have to practice more mock interviews by yourself. You have to like try answering questions by yourself. You have to make yourself, the more you basically, the more you will practice, the more you will uh, put time into studying the things, the more you will be able to talk about it, right? It is as simple as that. The more you will practice it, the more time you will learn it. The each and every concept you can take and go dig deeper into it. You can Google it, YouTube it. There will be so many contents available on it. You can just study it, and you can just practice those things that you studied, that you read or Google. So all those things, the more you will do it, the more you will able to talk about it, right? If you took a concept called chart of account, the more you will explore it, the more times you will do it, the more things you will able to talk about it. The more you will read about it, the more you will be able to talk about it. So it is as simple as that. You have to put much more time into learning, revising whatever we have already learned. And you don't have to go outside of the topics that we have learned. Okay, there will be a n number of different topics or different things that are there still in the SAP finance area itself, but you don't have to touch those topics or go outside the things that we have learned. You have to make sure you become strong in the core area, in the things that we have learned already, right? So you have to focus on those things, you have to practice those things, and you have to make sure you speak about confidently about those things in the interviews. And that's all you have to do till the time you get a job. Once you get a job, you can then start exploring based on the requirement or client you have been assigned, and what and all things they have. Based on that, you can explore other things, study other things, or research other things, right? Because until and unless you put your knowledge into a work, you will not be able to hold it for long, right? So if you are just going and learning different things, and if you are not utilizing it anywhere, it's no use, right? So for now, you just have to focus on the core things that we have studied in this class, and just practice it continuously. Okay. And after like couple of days, we will conduct a test. Okay, after a couple of days we will conduct test. Once you guys are like feeling confident, if you have any doubts in any topics or anything, we will have something to clear that out. After a couple of days, we will have a test, and based on that test result, we will issue a certification of like uh, for our class. And if you are not able to score good in the test, we will give you some more time to attend it again, and then you basically have to attend it again until you clear it, and then we will issue you a certificate. Okay, so I will just stop the recording first.